The sun rises softly through the window. A gentle morning light dances across the room. You breathe in deeply, feeling calm and awake. Your feet rest on the floor, steady and warm. Today is not about rushing or pushing harder. It's about finding strength in the smallest moves. Knee to toe bends. Simple, slow, steady. They may look easy, but they hold quiet power. Each bend teaches your body to listen again, to trust your balance, to move with grace instead of fear. Imagine standing tall, shoulders relaxed, heart open. You feel your body reconnecting with the ground. Your knees bend slightly, your toes lift softly. The rhythm is yours. No competition, no strain, just motion and breath working together. You are building more than muscle. You are building confidence, calm, and control. This moment belongs to you. Your body remembers how to flow. Your spirit begins to smile. So let's take the first step. From knee to toe, from stillness to strength. A new balance begins here. Balance doesn't begin with big movements. It begins with a whisper, a quiet shift beneath your feet. You stand still, feeling your toes press lightly against the floor. Your knees soften, not bending yet, just listening. There's a rhythm inside your body waiting to wake. You don't need to be young or strong to feel it. You just need to be present. Your breath moves in. Your breath moves out. This is where balance lives, between the inhale and the exhale. Between the moment of stillness and the moment of motion. You bend your knees slightly, feeling the pull in your calves. The floor meets you halfway, solid and patient. You rise again slowly, lifting your heels from the ground. The movement is small, but the message is powerful. You are teaching your body to trust itself again. Every joint, every muscle, every nerve, they begin to talk. The knees send a signal. The toes reply. Your ankles hum quietly with new life. This is the language of movement, written without words. You are not forcing anything. You are simply remembering. The body always remembers. It may forget for a while, but it never loses the song of motion. And today, that song is playing for you. Each gentle bend is a note of balance. Each rise onto your toes is a note of strength. Together, they create harmony and motion. Somewhere deep inside, you feel something unlock. It's not pain or strain, it's release. It's the body sighing in relief, saying, "Yes, I can still move." Your shoulders drop a little. Your chest expands. You feel taller, even though you haven't grown. That's the quiet power of presence. You are no longer fighting gravity. You are working with it. Your balance is not about perfection. It's about partnership between body and breath, earth and energy. You bend again, knees soft, toes lifting like petals in the breeze. You hold for a moment, breathing into the stretch. Then you lower slowly, feeling the floor receive you again. Steady, secure, whole. Every time you repeat this motion, something shifts inside you. The fear of falling begins to fade. The stiffness in your legs loosens like morning fog. Your mind grows quiet. You begin to realize how powerful simplicity can be. Balance isn't built in the gym. It's built right here, in these quiet repetitions. In the trust that grows each time you rise and fall. In the awareness that strength doesn't need to shout. You start to notice your breath moving smoother. Your heart beating slower. Your body aligning naturally, without effort. The world feels steadier beneath your feet. This is where confidence grows, one small bend at a time. And as you move, you understand. This isn't just an exercise. It's a conversation with yourself. A gentle promise that you can still stand strong. Still move freely. still feel alive in every step. Knee to toe, breath to balance. You have begun the journey back to your center. As the years pass, balance becomes more than just standing straight. It becomes the quiet foundation of every movement we make. Each step, each turn, each reach for something high, they all depend on it. But balance doesn't disappear with age. It only asks for more attention, more care, more kindness. When you were young, balance was automatic. You ran, danced, and climbed without thinking twice. Now your body asks you to slow down, to listen again. Not because it's weak, but because it's wise. It wants you to move with awareness, not rush through motion. The truth is, balance is not just in your legs. It lives in your mind, your breath, your heart's rhythm. When life gets busy or stressful, the body forgets how to stand still. It forgets how to flow with gravity instead of fighting it. That's when little stumbles happen. Not because of age, but because of disconnection. The good news is, connection can be rebuilt. Every time you practice the knee-to-toe bend, you are rebuilding that bridge. You are training your nerves to speak clearly again. Your muscles to respond softly, quickly, with precision. Your brain to trust your body's every move. This simple motion becomes a powerful reminder of what's possible. It wakes up the parts of you that may have grown quiet. The ankles that once felt wobbly start to feel steady again. The knees that ached begin to move with more ease. Your center of gravity returns to where it belongs, right beneath your heart. And with that return comes confidence. Confidence to walk without fear, to turn without hesitation, to move through each day with quiet strength. Doctors call it neuromuscular coordination. But to you, it simply feels like freedom. You start noticing changes beyond the physical. You stand taller when you talk. You breathe deeper when you think. You smile more when you move. The act of balancing becomes a form of meditation. It's not about being still, it's about being aware. You start to see balance everywhere, in your posture, your voice, your thoughts. When your body steadies, your mind follows. When your mind calms, your steps become sure again. And that's when age begins to lose its power. Because balance is not about staying young. It's about staying connected to your body, your breath, your life. Imagine walking outside, the air cool and fresh on your face. You take a step and feel your whole body respond. Your knees flex, your toes grip gently, your spine lifts. Everything moves together, naturally, gracefully. That's the promise of practice. That's the gift of attention. Every day you bend, rise, and breathe, you reclaim a piece of yourself. A piece that never left. It was simply waiting for you to return. So keep moving, softly, slowly, with purpose. Let your body learn again what it already knows. Balance is not something you find. It's something you remember. Her name is Lynn. She's 67, gentle in voice but strong in spirit. Every morning, she walks to the small garden behind her home. The path is narrow, paved with old bricks and dotted with dew. For years, she feared slipping on that damp ground. Her knees felt stiff, her balance uncertain. Each step made her heart beat faster, not from effort but from worry. She used to whisper to herself, "Don't fall, Lynn, be careful." But one morning something changed. Her granddaughter showed her a video of simple exercises for seniors. Among them was the knee-to-toe bend. It looked calm, almost too easy. Still, Lynn decided to try. She stood beside her wooden chair, holding its back lightly. She bent her knees slowly, feeling her muscles resist at first. Her breath trembled. Her heels lifted just a little, then lowered again. It wasn't perfect, but it was a beginning. The next day, she tried again. And the next. At first, she could barely finish 5 repetitions. Her legs trembled, her calves burned softly. Yet every morning, she felt a bit more confident. After a week, she no longer needed the chair. After 2, she could balance for a few seconds on her toes. And one quiet morning, as sunlight filtered through the leaves, she realized something. She was no longer afraid. Her knees no longer shook. Her steps no longer hesitated. She felt light, steady, and free. The same path she once feared became her favorite walk. Neighbors began to notice her glowing face. Her movements were smooth, her posture tall, her smile constant. When asked what changed, she simply said, "I started bending." People laughed softly, thinking it was a joke. But to Lynn, it was a truth deeper than words. Those small bends had rebuilt her trust in her body. They had returned her rhythm, her confidence, her joy. She began to add music to her routine. A soft melody played as she bent, rose, and breathed. Each motion became a dance, slow, graceful, mindful. Her mornings grew brighter, her afternoons more peaceful, and every step she took outside became a celebration. Not of youth regained, but of courage rediscovered. She often tells her granddaughter now, "It's not about moving fast, it's about moving with heart." Because in those few minutes each morning, she doesn't just train her legs. She trains her spirit to stay calm, her mind to stay focused, her heart to stay open. The knee-to-toe bend became more than an exercise. It became her daily reminder that healing doesn't come in leaps. It comes in steady breaths and gentle motion. Today, Lynn still walks that same garden path. The dew still glistens on the bricks. But now, each step feels sure, strong, and full of grace. She doesn't whisper, "Don't fall," anymore. She smiles instead and says softly, "I am balanced." Let's begin where every good story of strength begins, with stillness. You stand tall, your feet resting firmly on the floor. The world around you slows for a moment. You take a deep breath, feeling the air fill your chest. Your spine lengthens, your shoulders relax. Now focus on your feet, the foundation of every step you take. They carry you through years, through memories, through life itself. Place them shoulder-width apart, toes pointing forward. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym. Just a little space, a steady surface, and your gentle intention. Keep a chair nearby if you need balance. There is no rush here, only awareness. Let your knees soften, not bend too much, just enough to feel them awaken. The motion begins small, a whisper of movement. You inhale slowly as you bend, exhale as you rise. Your knees and ankles speak in rhythm, moving like old friends reuniting. Now lift your heels slightly off the ground. Feel the shift of weight travel up your legs. Your calves tighten softly, your toes grip the earth below. Hold for one calm breath, steady and patient. Then lower your heels gently, returning to the floor. That's one repetition, one wave of balance flowing through you. You don't need to count perfectly. Just move with your breath, with kindness toward your body. If your knees ache, bend less. If your balance wavers, hold the chair lightly. It's not about how many times you do it, but how fully you feel it. Each movement sends blood and energy to your legs. Each lift strengthens your ankles and knees. Each return to the floor teaches control and grace. You are building balance not by effort, but by trust. Now repeat the motion again. Bend, rise, breathe, lower. Slow, steady, silent. Notice the warmth growing in your muscles. Notice how your breathing finds its own rhythm. This is not exercise anymore. It's connection. You and your body are learning to speak the same language again. Some days the movement will feel light and easy. Other days it may feel heavy or stiff. Both are okay. Progress is not in perfection, it's in showing up. The more you move, the more your body remembers. Your balance begins to sharpen, your legs feel alive again. You start to sense small details, the strength in your toes, the stability in your knees. You become aware of how beautifully everything works together. 10 slow repetitions are enough to begin. Over time, you'll feel ready for more. But even one mindful minute each day creates change. When you finish, stand still for a breath. Notice the calm spreading through your body. Your heart feels light, your breath deep, your mind quiet. This simple act has grounded you in the present. It's not just movement. It's meditation in motion. From heel to toe, from breath to balance, your strength is returning. And in that quiet moment after the final bend, you realize something. Balance was never lost. It was waiting for you to come back. Inside every gentle movement, there is science at work. You may not see it, but your body feels it with every breath. When you bend your knees and lift your toes, tiny muscles awaken. They speak to your brain through a web of nerves, fast and silent. Messages travel in milliseconds: balance, adjust, hold, release. It's a quiet conversation happening beneath your awareness. Your body learns faster than your mind can think. Each repetition strengthens this communication. Your joints begin to move more smoothly. Your blood flows richer through your legs and feet. The stiffness that once held you still begins to fade. Movement becomes easier, lighter, more natural. This is what science calls adaptation. Your body adapts to what you do most. If you sit often, it becomes good at sitting. If you move often, it becomes good at moving. Knee-to-toe bends remind your body that motion is life. Every small lift encourages your heart to pump stronger. Every soft bend sends oxygen deep into your muscles. It's a dance between circulation and breath, a cycle of energy that keeps your body young. And flexibility, that's your body's way of saying thank you. Each time you stretch through the motion, you create space inside. Your muscles lengthen gently, your joints glide instead of grind. Synovial fluid, that clear liquid in your joints, begins to flow freely. It's like oil in a hinge, keeping your knees smooth and pain-free. This is not magic. It's movement doing what it was meant to do. Even your brain benefits. When you balance, your cerebellum, the part that controls coordination, lights up. New neural pathways form. Your focus sharpens. Your mood lifts. Because when your body finds rhythm, your mind follows. Science calls it neuroplasticity. You might just call it feeling alive again. Every time you practice, your posture improves without effort. Your shoulders roll back naturally. Your chest opens, allowing your lungs to expand. More air, more energy, more life. And as your breathing deepens, your stress begins to melt away. That's the secret power hidden in simple movement. It heals more than muscles. It heals your whole system. The best part, it's never too late. Even at 60, 70, or beyond, your body still listens. It still learns. It still grows stronger with care. The science is clear, but the feeling is even clearer. Balance gives you confidence. Flexibility gives you freedom. And together, they give you independence. The ability to walk, reach, and move without fear. To trust every step you take. So next time you bend your knees and lift your toes, remember this. You're not just exercising. You're teaching your body how to live better. Every motion rewrites your story of aging. Every breath renews your connection to life itself. From science to spirit, from motion to meaning, everything works together. And in that harmony, you rediscover your strength. The secret to lasting change is not intensity. It's consistency, the quiet rhythm of small actions repeated each day. You don't need an hour or a perfect plan. All you need is a few mindful minutes. 5 minutes in the morning, maybe while the tea brews. or 5 in the evening, as the sky turns soft and golden. That's where transformation begins, in the ordinary moments. Stand where you are, feel the ground beneath you. Your body knows what to do now. Bend your knees gently. Lift your heels slowly. Move with the rhythm of your breath. This is your daily ritual, your quiet ceremony of care. At first it may feel small, even forgettable. But every repetition leaves an imprint in your muscles and mind. Every motion whispers, I am still strong, I am still steady. Soon it becomes habit, as natural as brushing your teeth. You begin to look forward to it. You find peace in the movement, calm in the repetition. Your body starts to ask for it when you skip a day. Not out of guilt, but out of need, like thirst. Because the body craves what keeps it alive. And movement is life's purest language. You start noticing small changes that feel like miracles. Your knees ache less when you climb stairs. You stand longer without fatigue. You walk with quiet confidence, even on uneven ground. It's not a sudden transformation. It's a steady unfolding, like dawn breaking through mist. Each bend, each breath, builds a little more freedom. And freedom, once felt, is something you'll never want to lose. Some mornings your mind may say, skip it today. But your body will remember how good it feels to move. And so you begin again. Because healing is not a destination, it's a practice. A lifelong conversation between motion and stillness. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. Balance is not just the way you stand. It's the way you live. The way you respond when life shifts beneath your feet. With each day of practice, you're not just strengthening your legs. You're strengthening your courage, your patience, your trust in yourself. And little by little, that trust spreads into everything you do. You find yourself moving differently, walking slower but surer, breathing deeper, smiling longer. People around you start to notice the lightness in your step. They see the ease that comes from quiet discipline. You've created something that belongs only to you. A sacred moment of movement and peace. It doesn't matter where you are: kitchen, garden, living room. The moment you begin, the world softens around you. And your body thanks you in silence. Because this is more than exercise. It's a promise you keep with yourself. A promise to stay present, to stay capable, to stay alive. Every day you practice, you honor that promise. And in doing so, you remind your body and your spirit that strength doesn't fade with time. It deepens with every mindful step. You stand still now, the air calm around you. Your breath is steady, your body warm and alive. What began as a small movement has become a quiet strength. You no longer chase balance, you live it. Your knees feel lighter, your steps more certain. Every motion you make carries intention and grace. The world hasn't changed, but you have. You've learned that balance is not about control. It's about trust in your body, your breath, your rhythm. Each day, each gentle bend brings you closer to ease, closer to peace. And when life moves too fast, you know how to return. Back to stillness, back to breath, back to the simple power of moving with care. You've discovered that strength is not measured by force. It's measured by awareness, by the way you listen to your body and respond with kindness. So take this calm into your day. Walk with quiet pride. Move with intention. Remember, balance is a journey, not a goal. And every step from knee to toe is a reminder. You are steady, capable, and beautifully alive.